High school football from across Wave Country. Touchdown Friday Night starts right now.
Welcome to week number 6 of Touchdown Friday Night. I'm Kent Taylor.
And I'm Kendrick Haskins. We have some big district matchups for you tonight.
And we kick off with a top 10 showdown in 4A.
I'm Lily, and this is the Spencer County at Collins on Touchdown Friday Night.
All right, the school's named after her, and she was there tonight. Former Kentucky Governor Martha Lane Collins among those honored from Shelbyville High School. First play from scrimmage, the Titans' Nashawn Roseberry goes 39 yards. He's finally brought down at the Spencer County 30-yard line. But 3 plays later, J.R. Lucas has his pass picked off by Caden Smith, and he returns it to get the Bears in business. Now, they converted a fake punt on that drive, but then facing a 4th and 5 at the 10 when Dane Kidwell puts an end to that as he gets the stop drive over. There were no points in the first quarter, no penalties either. It took 16 minutes of real time to play. Second quarter, Collins 1st and 20 at the 30. Lucas up top. The perfect strike to Dalton Maggard for 6 points. 7-0 Titans. The Bears answer. 9-play drive here. 4th and 7 at the 40. Colter Rudder to Smith for the 40-yard touchdown. We're tied at 7, and the Bears get the big road win. The final 42-35. They are 5-1.
You're watching PRP at St. X on Touchdown Friday Night.
The Tigers looking for their 3rd straight win on the season, hosting PRP. 14-10 St. X in the 4th. When Sam Taylor, obviously no relation to Kent, bulls his way into the end zone from 3 yards out. PAT failed 20-10 X. Back come the Panthers. Bryant Robinson looks deep and finds Shannon Bishop down to the St. X 14-yard line. That would lead to this. Robinson keeps it himself, takes it around the side, and scores from the 11. 20-17 Tigers. St. X would have an answer. Quarterback Desmond Ritter keeps it on the read option and runs 22 yards to the end zone. St. X holds on to beat PRP 27-17. They take on Trinity next week.
You're watching J-Town at Trinity on Touchdown Friday Night.
Speaking of the Rocks, looking to stay unbeaten heading into that big rivalry game next week. On the game's opening drive, Trinity's Roderick Thomas takes the handoff up the middle and scores from 8 yards out, 7-0 Rocks. On Trinity's next drive, quarterback Spencer Blackburn throws one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. This one to Nick Strothman, 14-0 Rocks. Trinity on the move again on their next possession. Jovan Smith takes the handoff, bounces outside, and then powers his way into the end zone. The Rocks roll into their matchup with St. X next week undefeated. They win 70-0.
My name is Auburn Colvin, and you're watching Bullet Central at North Bullet, and you're watching Touchdown for Friday Night.
Exactly. Touchdown Friday night. North up 14-6 at the half in the 3rd. Noah Nida up the middle for 6 more. It's 21-6 Eagles. Central, though, makes it interesting. Zach Clark goes 39 yards, and he's going to get outside and get all the way in for the touchdown. And then Clark converts the 2-pointer to get the Cougars within 7. But the Eagles, hold on, they have the bragging rights. They win it 21-14. They're 5-1. Bullet Central falls to 4-2.
We're the Valley Cheerleaders. This is the Butler Mill game, and you're watching Touchdown Friday Night.
Big rivalry game as Mill is taking on Butler. Mill already up 7-0 when Javon Higgs slips his way through and then slides into the end zone for 6. Later in the second, TJ Thomas, he's going to look to his favorite target, Ethan Bibb, for the 9-yard score. Dogs win it 41-13. They are 5-1 and visit PRP on Thursday.
This is South Oldham at Oldham County on Touchdown Friday Night. Yeah!
Those guys excited. Thanks, fellas. A bragging rights battle in the OC. The Colonels down 31-7 at the half. Facing a 3rd and long. Keenan John breaks it up for South. Now it's 3rd and 6 for the Dragons. Drew Zalby lofts it up, and guess who he finds? Mr. John comes down with it, a 32-yard gain. And on the very next play, Zalby hooks up with Bryce McGee. He goes 17 yards into the end zone. South Oldham, the champ of the OC. They win it 48-27. The Dragons also unbeaten at a perfect 5-0. Up next, our Touchdown Friday Night Player of the Week for this week.
But first, enjoy the sounds of our Band of the Week from Oldham County.
Our Touchdown Friday Night Player of the Week is Hunter Purdue of Bullitt East. He rushed for 217 yards and 4 touchdowns in their win over Shelby County last week. The new poll goes up on Sunday. Voting runs through noon on Wednesday. And Kendrick, you'll be picking the contenders on Sunday morning, right?
It's always tough to narrow it down to just 5 contenders, but it's very fun.
He'll do that again on Sunday, that poll up. Let's head over to Southern Indiana for some high school action.
Hi, we're the Highlander cheerleaders, and you're watching Columbus East at Floyd Central on Touchdown Friday night.
Sammy Sears on the homecoming court tonight. Her dad, Jim, our chief engineer. Congratulations, Sammy. The homecoming queen tonight was Gracie Fitzgerald. Congrats to her as well. Trailing 7-0 late in the second quarter, the Highlanders were. Dylan McCray takes the handoff around the right side. He goes 23 yards for the touchdown. That evened it up at 7, but the Olympians get the 49-14 win. Floyd Central falls to 3-3.
Hi, we're the Red Devil cheerleaders, and you're watching Providence at Jeffersonville High School on Touchdown Friday night.
Also homecoming night over at Jeff. Senior Carly Calabro was named Jeffersonville High School homecoming queen. Congratulations to her. How about this run for Providence's Caden Williams up the middle? He takes the handoff, and he is gone 75 yards for the touchdown. The Pioneers trail 19-14.
He had a huge night, though.
Back comes the Red Devils. Quarterback Cam Northern slides left and finds Cameron Fuller, who makes a terrific over-the-shoulder diving catch from 36 yards out. But the Pioneers can't get the upset. The final 36-33.
Hi, we're Yellow Jacket cheerleaders, and you're watching Wagner at Central Touchdown Friday night.
All right, now it was a little steamy tonight, but I don't know if this was necessary. Early in the fourth, the sprinkler comes on at Central Stadium. Jackets up 27-0. Wildcats get on the board. Larry Harper to Tyquan Jackson on the fade. 27-7 Central. And the Yellow Jackets weren't finished. They answer right back. James Simpson, how about that rope to Yukari Baker? And Baker takes it 65 yards to the house. The Jackets win it 41-21. That is their first win of the season. They've been playing some tough competition. All right, the time may be near for U of L football. The next step tomorrow night at Marshall.
I'll be in Huntington for that one. Kickoff is set for 8 o'clock.
Now, after that blowout win over Florida State, the Cards have been the talk of the nation this week.
Our goal is to win a national championship. We've been saying that since we got here. It was that way when I was here before, too. You know, a lot of times people looked at me like I was crazy. But we had 2 teams that were about a game away for maybe playing for it, you know, maybe. We had to run the table. We knew that. We knew what we were facing. That's the greatest thing about what everybody's done here with our administration and Mr. Jurich and all the facilities and the academics to get in the ACC is now we're in that group that has an opportunity to go to the playoffs.
And ESPN College Game Day will be in Clemson for the game next Saturday. All right, Stephen Johnson gets his first start for UK tomorrow night against South Carolina.
He looked great last week against New Mexico State, but with Drew Barker out, Johnson needs to protect himself.
Yeah, his backup is Gunnar Hauk, who's a true freshman.
I always try to play as hard as I can, give it all I've got, but I know that I can make stupid mistakes. Like try to run over 250-pound linebacker. So I'm going to try to protect myself as best as I can, but try to get as many yards and score as many touchdowns as I can also.
All right, Western Kentucky with a rarity tomorrow as they host an SEC opponent.
And an SEC opponent that the Toppers beat last season.
Vanderbilt 1-2 this season, but the Commodores did score 47 points against Conference USA preseason pick Middle Tennessee State. That one at 4:30 tomorrow in Bowling Green. Indiana hosts Wake Forest, so another busy day of football. Kendrick's headed to Huntington for that Cards game.
Looking forward to that.
And we'll see you next week on Touchdown Friday night. Good night, everybody.